What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into everything new for Plants vs Brainrots, and yes, I've got some working codes to share with you that will give you free rewards right now in October 2025. I'll be going over every single one, showing you what they do, and also breaking down the upcoming update this Saturday, including exactly what time it drops depending on where you live, so you don't miss out. Make sure you stick around, because some of these codes are seriously good, and the update looks like it's going to be the biggest one yet. Let's kick things off with a code you can use straight away. If you type in stacks, you'll get one lucky potion. This is perfect to save for events or any grind session where you want your chances boosted. To redeem it, just open up the settings or the codes menu in-game. Type in stacks in all caps, hit redeem, and it'll show up in your inventory. Don't waste it on something small. Hold on to it for when you're farming harder content or chasing rare drops. Now that you've got your first free item, let's talk about why this update is such a big deal and what you need to do to prepare. First, make sure you're saving up as much money as you can right now. During these updates, admins love to spawn special expensive seeds directly into the shop, and if you don't have enough saved up, you'll miss out. Players who go into the update broke are always left behind, so start stacking your cash now. Second, don't blow through your potions and boosts just yet. With a new update, there's a good chance we'll see fresh codes dropping on launch day, and I'll be covering those on my channel as soon as they release. That way, you'll have even more free rewards to add on top of what you're already saving. And finally, make sure your inventory and backpack are cleared out so you don't waste time shuffling items when the patch goes live. The players who can move fast are always the ones who get ahead. The official release time for the next Plants vs Brainrots update is Saturday, October 4th at 1 p.m. BST. That's British summertime, which means if you're in the UK, you need to be ready by 1 p.m. sharp. That's when the new content drops, and it's also when the admins usually roll out admin abuse, spawning in rare and expensive seeds that you can only grab if you're quick. So UK players, mark your calendars for Saturday afternoon. Now, if you're anywhere else in Europe, like Sweden or Spain, that 1 p.m. in the UK translates to 2 p.m. local time for you. So, while UK players are jumping in just after lunch, over in Europe, you'll want to hop on mid-afternoon. That's a perfect grind window because most players will be online, trades will be flying, and the servers will be busy. For those of you in the United States, it's a bit earlier. On the East Coast, that same update lands at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, set your alarm, grab some breakfast, and log in early. Because if you're even an hour late, some of those admin abuse shop spawns might already be gone. If you're on the West Coast, it's even earlier, 5 a.m. Pacific Time. It's definitely a grind start, but West Coast players who wake up and jump straight on are going to have a huge advantage because the markets won't be flooded yet. If you're in India, that 1 p.m. UK release is going to hit at 5:30 p.m. IST. So, right after school, work, or dinner prep, you'll have time to sit down and grind. For Bangladesh, it's 6 p.m., so early evening, perfect timing to jump in and not miss the chaos. Now let's move over to Asia. If you're in the Philippines, the update hits at 8 p.m. local time. That's prime time gaming hours, and the servers are going to be absolutely stacked. Make sure you've got your team ready, because that's when trades will be moving the fastest. And then finally, for everyone down in Australia, you've got a late night update grind. If you're in Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, the new content lands at 10 p.m. Saturday night. For Adelaide and Darwin, it'll be 9:30 p.m. And if you're over in Perth, it's 8 p.m. So no matter where you're playing from, now you know exactly when the update and admin abuse will hit your region. Make sure you're logged in a little early, because those shops can flip fast. Before we get deeper into what's coming in the update, let's drop another code. Type in Frozen, and you'll unlock a Frost Grenade. This one isn't just a throwaway item. It can actually be clutch when you're dealing with crowds or event spawns. Keep it ready for when you're in a busy zone or when a boss shows up and you need some breathing room. Use it smart, and it can save your run. Now, speaking of bosses and events, here's how you should spend your first hour once the update actually goes live. Updates like this always have a chaotic launch window, and the first hour is where the biggest advantage can be made. When the update drops, your first step is to join a stable server. Don't be afraid to swap a few times until you find one with good performance, especially with all the low performance optimizations they've been testing recently. Next, check every new NPC, egg, capsule, or vendor. Take screenshots or write down the prices and drop chances so you know exactly what to target. Then, once you know what's new, plan your grind loop. If there's a new currency, figure out the fastest way to farm it right away. And finally, if trading is enabled for new units, get flipping. Early on, players massively overpay, and you can build a bankroll just by trading your extras. That's your plan for the first 60 minutes. Be fast, be smart, and don't waste time standing around. Here's a simple checklist you should follow before 1 p.m. BST on Saturday. Free up at least 10-15 inventory slots. Put your best gear and consumables on your quick bar, including that frost grenade from the code. Set waypoints or teleports to vendors and your favorite grind spots. Add a couple of trading partners to your friends list now, so you can swap new items immediately. And most importantly, hold on to at least one potion or boost to use once you know the new systems. Following this list will mean you're not scrambling when the update hits. You'll be ready to go. Before we get too locked in on what's coming this weekend, let's take a step back and look at what we got in the last major update, Update 1.3.0. Because honestly, it was one of the biggest patches Plants vs Brainrots has had so far. This was a massive feature update that dropped new events, bosses, plants, weapons, and even more Brainrots. If you missed it, here's what went down. The highlight was definitely the New World events. We got the Underworld Rift, where dark flames tore across the map, mutating Brainrots into demonic variants with massively boosted chances. Then there was the Eruption event, flooding the area in molten lava and bringing in volcanic Brainrots with increased mutation rates. And finally, the Reality Flip, which warped the game upside down with strange, twisted Brainrots and some of the best mutation odds we've seen yet. Each event not only changed how the world looked, but also brought exclusive spawns and mutations that you could only get while the event was live. On top of the events, we also got new Brainrots added to the roster: Agarini Lapalini, Les Tralaleritas, 67, and Alessio. Each one came with its own quirks and was tied into the new systems. And finally, here's the big one. The last code you can use right now is BASED, which gives you $5,000 in-game cash. This is a huge boost, especially for day one of the update. Use it wisely. Don't just spend it on something random. Wait until the new shops, items, or eggs drop, and then use it to grab an early advantage. Being able to buy straight into the new content will put you way ahead of players who have to grind the money out. So to recap, we've got 3 working codes for October 2025. Stacks for a lucky potion, Frozen for a frost grenade, and Based for $5,000 cash. The update is dropping Saturday, October 4th at 1 p.m. BST, with all the global times I went over earlier. Make sure you're ready, make sure your inventory is clean, and be one of the first in to claim the rewards. If this video helped you out, hit the like button so more people can find the codes, and subscribe because I'll be covering everything new as soon as the update drops. And let me know in the comments what you're planning to spend that free cash on first.